how important dimension in BIM is time. So I presume this can be taken in two ways. So where one of them is like when it comes to 4D, the BIM dimension for time, how important it is, and the other, I presume it can be like implementation, or when you use BIM in your company, when you start implementing BIM, what about the time? How important the time factor is? So we can actually answer both, I think.
So when to me, at least in construction, scheduling is one of the most important things. Our clients always are schedule focused, obviously, quality, cost, and other aspects of that. The traditional, Gantt charts don't always communicate to our clients how we're going to achieve that. So we don't necessarily do 4D that we're tied the schedule to it all the time. We do more sequence, high level work breakdown structures to kind of show them the phasing sequence. I think that is a critical aspect of that on a product that we do for most of our projects in the pre-construction phase. So I think that is critical from that standpoint for 4D. To answer the other question, time is challenging. It's very tough to quantify time of something you've never done before. And I think almost every single time we are always off or fall short. So we have a thing now where we say, okay, if you estimate how much time you think it's going to do if you've never done it before, and then triple it. That's how much time it actually may take. And so you just have to. That's why I think taking things in smaller chunks is a good process. Or figuring out how to iterate the process to be able to achieve what you're trying to achieve. So when we're learning software, for me, it's, we say, okay, it's going to take us 2 years to get there from scratch, right? And everybody's like, wow, it's a lot of time. I'm like, just from my experience, we can learn software within 3 months, right? If we're starting from scratch. But if you're trying to figure out how to implement it into a company, you're trying to get people trained, all these aspects that you gotta to take into consideration. Those are usually the unknown, especially when you're dealing with people, because you don't know how they're going to react to what you're presenting to them. So my suggestion for time is always, overestimate how much time you think it is, because we've found that we just never hit the deadlines that we thought we hit when trying to implement new technology and software.
I mean, this is very, your advice and your point is straightforward. And I always give this example. I watched one video, I think it was from TED Talks, and there was explaining about how you can learn anything within 20 hours. So just 20 hours, you can learn how to play guitar. With 20 hours, you can learn certain things. Obviously, you're not learning as an expert level, of course, but for example, with guitar, you have certain rhythms. You can like repeat that rhythm within one song. And he was explaining how you can just repeat that song and learn within 20 hours, the same rhythm, and play the entire song. So the point was over here is this. So the learning curve is so fast in the beginning, like you learn a lot within the 20 hours. But when you want to be guitar expert, when you want to be like really, really good on it, it just goes on and on. That's what we are talking, right? So this time, you never know. So if you want to be a great football player, you need to spend a lot of time, but how long it will take you to learn how to play football? It's quick, right? So that is the thing. So if you want to be greater and better, the learning curve is very, not steep, but very little inclination there. So you need to practice a lot. That's why you practice 2, 3, 5, 10 years, and you're still learning. We're still learning today. When you use open something, you always have issues, or you want to learn something because you never taught in that way. If you like this video and more videos like this, subscribe to our channel because there will be many more. And don't forget to turn the notification bell on.